Greetings all, Ben here from East West. In this video series I'm going to walk you through the very basics of Python and how to start using it in regards to some simple quantitative analysis and some strategy development. Now I'm assuming you have zero knowledge about Python or coding and you're looking for a simple segue into the world of Python for finance. So a few things of importance to note before we start. Now I am not a trained coder. I don't have any formal qualifications in programming, and it really wasn't all that long ago that I was just like you. I'd been trading for a long time and I'd heard of Python and trading algorithms and the rest, but I didn't really know where to begin to even scratch the surface. So that's what I've tried to put together here, which is just a simple how-to manual to get started. Now, also very important, none of the strategies demonstrated here constitute advice. This is all for education around learning how to do some basic programming. So for the love of all that is holy, please do not go into the market armed with something you see here. Now that's not to say that simple strategies like an MA cross don't work, but you have to make that determination for yourself and not basis any results you may see in the following videos. Now lastly, I am relying on the accuracy of the data from Yahoo Finance. Now I can't guarantee that Yahoo Finance hasn't made an error in the data they freely provide, and if they have, any results generated from said data may not be reliable. But with that said, I've no reasons to doubt the accuracy of the data from Yahoo Finance. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So we firstly need to simply download Python onto your computer. Now Python is an open sourced and free programming language, and it's safe to use and download. Now for ease, I'm going to recommend you download something called Anaconda in order to manage your programs and codes and to get access to what I use, which is called Jupyter Notebooks. Now Jupyter Notebook is a text editor. Basically it's what we use to type the code in. Now you'll see what I mean when we get there. Like there are lots of other text editors available, and it is personal preference, but for beginners like you and me, I think Jupyter is the cleanest and easiest thing to use. So the first thing you are going to need to do is to go to this website, Anaconda. This is what will let you know that you're on the right website. Okay, Anaconda, make sure that everything looks right. All you need to do here is hit download. Okay. And then you can see here that the download has started. I'll stop the video. When we get to the end of that, we'll keep going. Okay, as we're just about to finish doing our download. Open file. Okay, and then it'll just step you through a wizard. Okay, so all you need to do is agree. Just me. Next. I might need to change. You shouldn't need to change anything with the destination folder if you've never had Anaconda on your machine before. It may ask me to do something here. Yep, okay, so I just need to change something really quickly here. You won't need to do this step, okay? No, I can't use that one. Register Anaconda. Just do that one at the bottom. I don't think you really need to worry about that. Okay, and then we just need to let this do its thing, and that could take a little while. So just as this steps through, I'll just stop the video until this is fully loaded. And just a note, even though it gets to this point, it may look like it's stuck, but just at this point there's a lot of stuff that it's just got to download in terms of its packages and libraries, so don't panic, just let it play through. Okay, so if that took a while, don't panic. It took me a very long time because this computer's slow. The internet here is not as good as it is in other parts of the world. Once this is completed, as you can see here, installation complete, just hit next. Next. I'm going to turn these off. Just leave this one ticked. Finish. Okay. Now I didn't use this. I'll leave it up to you if you want to register it. I think it's free. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to disregard that. Okay, so I've just come back here to my clean desktop. So just down here, I'm just gonna. Actually, it should have. No, it hasn't. So here I'll just type in Anaconda. Now, you want this one, Anaconda Navigator, okay? And now it's just going to go through a little bit of a boot up. I'd suggest you'll see this icon come up, which means that you're in the right things happening. Now I'd suggest that you probably pin this to your taskbar. That's generally what I do, so you can just click on it and it'll come up. But we'll just wait for this to boot up. Once again, it'll probably happen quicker on your computer, but my computer is this one's a bit older and a bit slower, so we'll just wait for it to fire up. Okay. So this is the page that we want to, this is hopefully where you've ended up. Okay, so this is where you want to be. Now, the next step is, this is very simple. Everything that you need now is downloaded. So if we just come over here to Jupyter Notebook, we'll install that. I'm not sure why that isn't installed. Okay, sorry, I had a few little teething problems there. So hopefully here you've got Jupyter Notebook and you just hit launch, which is what you should be able to do. So we'll just go ahead and launch that. Now this is actually web-based, so it will bring up a web page. Now what I'd suggest you do is it'll bring up a bunch of, it's almost like a Windows sort of file explorer. What I'd suggest you do before you do anything, I even did it here, but I'll just demonstrate what I think you should do just to make life easy for yourself, is to go here, go new, folder, and then you'll see down here we've got untitled folder. Just click there and come up here to rename and just call this folder whatever you want, as long as it's, you can see there I made one called Python, so I might just put in Python codes if I get on the right keyboard. Python codes, okay? Rename. Okay, I've got a folder here called Python codes. Just click that folder, because what that'll do is it'll keep everything inside that folder, because you don't want things to get messy. As soon as things get messy, you've got a problem. Okay, so now we're inside this folder. We come up here to new and we just go Python 3. Sorry about that. Python 3. Just click on that. Okay, and here we are within Jupyter Notebook, and at this point we're ready to code. Okay, so I just wanted to run you through that video quickly just to get you to this point where we need to start. Hopefully you've been able to get to this point, and if you have, great. In the next video we'll just start going through some real basic stuff. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.